What is up, everybody? My name is Dave Torrey and I am out of the woods for the moment, doing some park hunting in Newport, Rhode Island. I've brought my Lucky Charm.
Hi guys.
I've got my Equinox 600 with me today. This old park has had quite a bit of history in it. It goes all the way back to the 1700s. I found a KG2 here. I found multiple silver dimes and Indian head pennies and stuff like that, so feeling pretty good about the day. Feeling pretty good about not getting caught in prickers and stuff like that for the next 6 hours, so let's get to it. So this was hit in 2021, and in this area I have found multiple foreign coins. So this is definitely a little bit bigger than a penny. It's got kind of like a silver, I don't know, maybe plating on it. I'm assuming this is foreign. Oh, it's a nickel. Why? Maybe there's a war nickel? No. Clean it up. Well, that's why it was hitting higher. It's a 1942, which I believe are 35% silver or something like that. Good old war nickel. Cool. I'll take that. Not some cool, crazy foreign coin like I thought it was, but that's interesting. Got my Lucky Charm with me today. My lucky wife. Was just digging on a 25 signal, about 6 inches down, and I kind of knew it was going to be a nice bit of silver. Oh, it's a Merc. I can already see it. There you go. It's kind of washed out. Backside is definitely washed out anyway. Let me get a little bit of water on it, bring it back. Silver. This little lady actually has some age to her. It's a 1919 Mercury dime. Definitely been washed out a little bit, but I love it just the same. Don't think we got a mint mark. So that's going to be Philadelphia. But that is a nice little piece of silver. Great. Just down in the scrub here. Got a lot of targets in here, so got some more work to do. All right, same signal as that Mercury dime. What will it be clad? We don't know. Oh, that's weird. It looks exactly like a paper shotgun shell, but it is not. Some sort of a threaded cap of some sort. Not even threaded. It's odd. It definitely fooled me. Next. This is probably just going to be a weedy, but it's so cool seeing like the grass preserved in there. This is like 4 or 5 inches down. You can see where it's actually still got that kind of old caked on grass from where it fell in the ground however many years ago. Oh, but it's not going to be a weedy. Oh, cool story. That's an Indian head. Sweet. Nah, it's caked up though. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleaning to get that thing right. I'll bring it back after some toothpicking. Yeah, this one didn't clean up amazing, but just enough to squeak out a date. Might be able to see a 1901 down there. You might not be able to either. But yeah, right down there. I saw it. You don't believe me? Yeah, well, it's just like your opinion, man. Still love it. Indian head penny's always cool. Man, everywhere I go, I find pieces of these things. Huh. Yep, chunk of an old toy revolver. Pretty cool. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but it's interesting. Hey, there's a nice 5-inch deep 2021 signal, and boom, second Indian. Actually, I can probably get a date off of this one too. That 1907 it looks like. Cool. 0107. See if we can break into the 1800s today. There's that Indian again after a little bit of cleaning. That will clean up nicely. Man, I love seeing that. Very good. Let's keep going. Now, what is this thing? 5 feet away from that Indian. Looks like it's squished on this end. It was like plated with something. Maybe gold or silver plated at one point. Oh, there's a little bit of pattern coming through on that. Look at that. Maybe like a lighter case or something, or a makeup case. Lipstick, something or other. I do not know. Definitely a nice silver wash on it though. Maybe a name in there too. Let me clean this up a little bit. See if we can get any more details out of it. Okay, so I'm not sure I have a perfect ID on this thing, but I've got a much better idea now. It says Spencerian, and it's like a motif of a pencil on there. And Spencerian was a pen company. So I think this might be a little pen tip case. Back in the day when you used to have to dip your pens in ink, you'd have different pen tips or replacement pen tips. And I believe that's what we've got here, is this little fancy, ornate pen tip box. Pretty cool. I'll have to clean it up more at home and see if I can get a definite ID, but that's an interesting thing to find. I like that. Here's something I was not expecting to find. Looks like an old lead toy soldier. I don't know if I've ever found one really complete before. Looks like the flag carrier. Yeah. I guess it could be copper too. Tough to tell. Definitely painted up. That's a cool old find. I really like that. Like I say, I think this is my first, like, if it is a lead toy soldier, it's my first lead toy soldier that's complete. Oh yeah. American flag. Nice. That's got to be like World War II, World War I, 40s, maybe back to the 20s, I don't know. Maybe there's a little bottom stamp to look up at some point. Either way, I really like that. Very cool. That's something interesting. It's kind of right on the surface, but man, that is a busted up old lock. Somebody beat the crap out of that thing to get it open. Set USM. Yeah, just an old padlock. Wonder what somebody was trying to break into. Whatever it was, they succeeded. Maybe they left some treasure behind. Okay, wheat penny, like 4 or 5 inches down, right there. And then 3 feet away, a little bit squirrely, but I'm thinking that could be, I don't know, silver dime, sort of on edge. Maybe. There we go. That's still sounding okay. Hopefully this is not just another high ping and weedy. It's pretty shallow. Somewhere in here? No. little bit of silver right there. I feel like I'm seeing the pillar of mercury. Nice. What is that? Still thinking it's a merc, but I can't see it very well. What am I looking at? Is that a 1 dime on that side? Maybe it's a barber. Or no, I'll clean it up. Sweet. 2 silvers. Happy about it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you can hear those church bells are ringing. It is not a mercury dime. Look at that 1 dime side right there. But you know what's even better than that? Oh! 1875 seated Liberty dime. Woo! Oh, that's nice to see. Wow, same depth as a weedy that was right there. Like 3 feet away. Man, that's awesome. Oh, I love that. I've only found, like, I don't know, 3 seated dimes in my life, so this is another major accomplishment for me. Oh my God, that made my day. So made my day. I cannot believe that. Woo! Yes! I'm going to keep trying around this area for sure. All right, we're back on it now. This was 1718, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches deep. One thing about this area is there are so many rocks very close to the surface that you think like something that's 2 inches down is not going to be anything old or desirable, and then you find out that it's just been sitting on top of one of these subterranean rocks for the last 150 years or something. So I'm seeing an Indian pop through here, but I do not know the date yet. See if I can clean that up a little bit. Once again, this is a crusty Indian. It's starting to flake off, though. I bet there's going to be a nice coin under there at some point. But I think that I've got a 1907, maybe 02, 07 coming through there. That's what it looks like to me. Cool. Pretty much all over this place. Seems to be no rhyme or reason about where anything is here, but as you can see, this is a nice big hill going down to the main part of the park there, and this is just kind of a wooded area that was forgotten about way at the top of the hill. And I'd imagine that 150 years ago, if you were staying at an inn in town or you lived here, maybe you'd come up here and picnic or something like that. Maybe they were sledding. I don't know, but it's pretty cool finding a lot of old stuff up here, and it looks like it's pretty much untouched. So I got high hopes. Let's keep going. Digging on a 21-22 signal, and my God, that is a bullet. I think we got us a big old musket ball. As I say, this place goes back to the mid 1700s. So back then, I don't know if this was as much of a park as just sort of a wooded area. People were probably hunting in, and that's what they would have been using. That's a big one. One of those 49 calibers or something. Yeah, I'm thinking that could be mid 1700s bulletage right there. Nice. Here's something a little different. Hitting 20, I think 20 on the dot. I don't know. I think that I'm looking at like a furniture tack of some sort. And if you look on the front here, N. And it's like kind of off-stamped, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Some nice gold plating on there. I don't know why it would be so off-stamped. I don't know if that's on purpose. It definitely would have gone through something. I guess it could have been some sort of a pin or clothing accoutrement. Yeah, maybe a hat pin of some sort or something like that. Yeah, I have to look that up. That could actually be something really interesting. Anyway, let's go back to digging. Here's something fun. Right back in the prickers, as usual. Because nobody's stupid enough to dig where I dig. I think this is an old animal tag, like a dog tag, but it has had the fortune of having a root grow directly through the hole. That's kind of cool. Wonder how old this is. Do the old pants rub. Can't really make out an exact date or anything on there, but there's definitely some lettering. It's got the look of one of those chewed out old Wheaties, so maybe from around the same time period, 1930s through 50s. We'll save it, clean it up, maybe it'll say something cool. And that is it for today's hunt. I am so glad to see that there's still some stuff in the ground at some of my favorite parks, especially some old stuff and some shiny stuff. Starting in the back, got this World War II era lead soldier. Still got paint on it, which is pretty cool. Definitely got to wash my hands after this. This is my first complete lead soldier, so that's actually kind of cool. Definitely getting displayed. Turns out that this is a Spencerian pen nib box from back in the days of the fountain pen. Got some fancy sort of design work on the back, sort of crushed up, but I think that this would have had sort of like an opposable lid on it, and it would have held these pen nibs that would go on the end of fountain pens. This little animal tag here actually turned out to be quite old. I can't get all of the lettering off of it. That's the number in the middle of the dog, but up top it says 1911. I think that's August, maybe. So yeah, 1911 animal tag, one of the older ones I've ever found. Pretty cool. This end is still a mystery to me. It's got that sort of pin-like sort of thing on the back with this little buttony kind of end on it there. So I'm assuming that this probably is some sort of like a hat pin or something like that, and you would have like popped it through the fabric, and then this would have sort of clamped down around the fabric of the hat or something like that, and you would have put a cap on the end of it. No idea what N stands for here, but a little piece with some gilting on it. Moving up, we got this nice old musket ball, a little bit caved in, probably a 49 caliber. That's definitely some 1700s stuff, possibly early 1800s, I guess. That is a deep, deep colonial area over there, so this was no surprise to find. Another patriotic World War II era pin, which is interesting to me because it seems like this has all of the flags of, you know, well, most of the Allied forces anyway. There's an American flag in the back, there's a British flag, I believe that's the Irish flag. A little bit tough to tell. But yeah, sort of like a, you know, a unity pin for World War II era. It was cool to find. And then up near the front row, this thing didn't clean up amazing, but that is a 1942 war nickel San Francisco Mint, 35% silver. Indian head pennies, got a 1907, I believe, got a 1902, and this one, I swear to God, was a 1901, but I don't think I'm ever going to see that date again. Way up in the front row, 1919 Mercury dime, nice early one, a little rubbed out, but got some character to it. And Oh my God, my favorite find of the day, 1875 seated Liberty dime, 1 year off of Centennial. Still got most of the lettering. You can see some Liberty. That date is nice and crisp. A little bit of interesting staining on the back. Again, character. I like it. Yeah, amazing to know that you can still go to some parks and find some treasure. A lot of us assume that those things are just completely hunted out at this point, but they're not. In fact, this park, I feel like there's still some meat on the bone there. I was only there for probably 3.5 hours to find all of this stuff. So that's pretty incredible. I'll definitely be returning back there soon. Anyway, I hope you guys like what you saw. If you did, please like and subscribe. Merry Christmas.